What happens when the loudest defender of gun rights is silenced by a gun? America has just witnessed a political earthquake. Charlie Kirk, the conservative firebrand, founder of Turning Point USA, and one of Donald Trump's closest allies, was shot dead on stage. He was only 31-year-old. The place, Utah Valley University, the moment his American comeback tour. He was mid-speech when a bullet tore through his neck. Cameras captured the blood, medics rushed in, but the man who made a career out of provocation, out of prove me wrong debates, out of defending the Second Amendment, could not dodge his fate.
Not counting gang violence. Great. Not counting gang violence. Great.
And here's the irony. This is exactly how Kirk himself described America. An armed society must accept gun deaths as the rational cost of freedom. That cost has now claimed him. Let's talk about who Charlie Kirk was. Born in 1993 in a wealthy Chicago suburb, Kirk's political journey began early. As a high school senior, he wrote an essay accusing school textbooks of liberal bias. Breitbart published it. Fox Business invited him. By 18, he had already built a reputation as a conservative troublemaker. He met Tea Party mentor Bill Montgomery, dropped out of college, and in 2012 founded Turning Point USA. What started as a campus movement grew into an empire. $85 million in revenues, powerful donors like Foster Fries and Bernard Marcus, and chapters across US colleges. Turning Point became the youth wing of Donald Trump's populism. Kirk became the face of young conservatism. He sparred with professors, mocked critical race theory, denounced diversity program, and branded himself as the anti-woke warrior. By 2019, he was running students for Trump, promising to recruit 1 million young voters. By 2020, he was hosting the Charlie Kirk Show, a podcast downloaded 500,000 times a day. By 2024, he was a celebrity in his own right, with 73 million followers on TikTok alone. But Kirk thrived on controversy. He dismissed the Russia-Ukraine war as a border issue. He opposed gay marriages. He called George Floyd a scumbag. He spread COVID misinformation. He was branded gross and Islamophobic after his attacks on Muslim politicians. And yet, he was also adored. Among conservatives' youth, Kirk was a rock star. Among evangelical Christians, he was shoulder. He married Evika Franzwe, a podcaster and former Miss Arizona USA. They had 2 children, a daughter in 2022 and a son in 2024. For his supporters, he was an unapologetic. For his critic, he was dangerous. Now his death. Authorities say the bullet came from a distance, potentially from a rooftop. At first, 2 suspects were detained. They have since been released. The shooter remains at large. Police call it a targeted attack. The fallout has been explosive. Donald Trump called it a dark day of America, vowing a crackdown on political violence. Congress descended into chaos. On the House floor, Republicans and Democrats shouted at each other. Representative Anna Paulina Luna, close to Kirk, screamed across the chamber, "You, the F word, caused this." Democrats shot back about school shootings. What began as a moment of silence ended in expletives. Speaker Mike Johnson admitted, "Emotions were high and words have consequences." Senator Markwayne Mullin put it bluntly, "This hurts because it was senseless. We all hold responsibility. Republicans, Democrats, media outlets, left and right. We need a reset." Because here's the bigger picture. Charlie Kirk is not the first victim. Just months ago, Donald Trump himself narrowly survived an assassination attempt in Pennsylvania. The bullet missed him by inches. Now his protege has been killed. 2 shootings, 2 conservatives. Same stage, same script. Is America entering an age of political assassinations? And there is another layer of irony. Kirk was one of America's loudest gun advocates. Parkland School shooting in 2018, he spoke for the NRA. He demanded more armed guards in school. In 2023, at a Salt Lake City event, he said openly, "Gun deaths are rational. They are the price of freedom." He compared them to car accidents. That statement, controversial then, sounds chilling today because the bullet that killed Charlie Kirk was part of that rational price. The Second Amendment that he defended destroyed him. So what is Charlie Kirk's legacy? For conservatives, he was a fighter who mobilized millions of young voters, reshaped Republican politics, and stood shoulder to shoulder with Donald Trump. For liberals, he was a provocateur, a disruptor, someone who legitimized conspiracy theories and inflamed divisions. But for America as a whole, his death is yet another reminder that this nation's obsession with gun is consuming its own champions. Kirk's final chapter is America's paradox. The man who lived for guns died by one. The movement that promised freedom now buries its leaders. The question is not whether Charlie Kirk will be remembered. The question is whether America will learn, or will the next bullet write the next obituary. Thank you for watching. I'm Shubham and you are watching the News Point. Until next time.